Let's begin with the introduction. The Acars system consists of a control unit, a printer, a management unit, and a VHF transceiver. The Acars control unit and its printer are both located on the pedestal. The management unit gathers and processes all data for transmission to a network of ground stations. The management unit is located in the radio rack. The Acars system transmits and receives data through a third VHF transceiver, dedicated to Acars on a discrete frequency. The FMC interfaces with and through Acars to uplink and downlink information with DEX and with airing. Next, we'll cover the controls and indicators, which are all located on the control unit. These controls consist of the following items. The alpha keys are used to insert letters in a highlighted data field on the display screen. The function numeric keys are used to insert numeric data or display specific pages on the control unit display. The number 1 key is also the miscellaneous key and is used to select the miscellaneous page. The number 2 key is used to select the out, off, on, in page. The number 3 key will display the delay report page. The number 4 key generates a flight plan request downlink, but will not change the current display. The only indication that this request is transmitted is that the send light illuminates. The number 5 key selects the weather request page. The number 6 key is also the acknowledge key. The number 7 key displays the changeover page. The number 8 key displays the delay codes page. The number 9 key selects the messages page, and the 0 key selects page 1 of the test pages. If an area is highlighted on the display and a numeric key is pressed, the corresponding number appears in the highlighted area. If no area is highlighted and any numeric key is pressed, a new page appears on the control unit display, except for the number 4 key. The enter key transfers data, which has been entered with the alphanumeric keys, from the display to the management unit. The bright and dim keys change the light intensity of the control unit display. Successive presses result in small incremental changes in this intensity. When the print key is pressed, the message displayed on the control unit is sent to the printer. The send key is used to send crew-initiated data. When data is being sent, the send light will illuminate. The line select keys may be used to select a page for display or initiate data entry. The arrow keys are used to select next or previous menus or pages when multiple pages exist. There are 3 amber system advisory lights on the control unit. The MU fail light indicates a failure in the management unit. The CU fail light indicates a failure in the control unit. A NOCOM light indicates one of 2 possibilities. The first is that the management unit is searching for a usable frequency, and the second possibility is a lack of acknowledgement of a message sent either automatically or manually. Messages not acknowledged remain in memory and are sent with the next message that is downlinked successfully. The third VHF transceiver may be manually selected to permit voice communication. By selecting the voice data page from menu page 2 of 4 and selecting voice, you could enter a frequency for operation before selecting the center VHF on the audio selector panel. If the NOCOM light remains illuminated after, now let's look at normal operations. For normal operation, there are two requirements. First, Acars must be in the data mode. Second, the NOCOM light and other system advisory lights must be extinguished. Acars is normally tuned to 131.55, but automatic tuning to other discrete frequencies occurs if the first frequency is not available. For operation in South America, certain frequencies should be preset on the frequency management page, where they can be easily accessed and selected. In data mode, the out, off, on, in messages are automatically transmitted at predetermined operational configurations of the airplane. This out, off, on, in page only exists to make corrections or to retransmit information in case of a return to the terminal or other occurrences which would cause an erroneous out, off, on, in transmission. The out message is transmitted when all passenger entry doors are closed and the parking brake released. The off message is transmitted during takeoff when the main landing gear is tilted. The on message is transmitted during landing when the landing gear is not tilted. And the in message is transmitted when the parking brake is set and at least one passenger entry door is open. The Acars clock can only be updated between the in and out events. Acars serves as the interface between DEX and the FMS computers for the following information: flight plan, takeoff data, and position reports. Now let's run through some Acars procedures for a normal flight. When electrical power is applied, the control unit display will look like this. During power-up, an internal self-test is conducted. During the test, if a fault exists in the management unit, the MU fail light illuminates and the menu page will not be displayed. If the self-test is successful, menu page 1 of 4 displays as you begin data entry. In order to enter the pre-flight information, select the pre-flight key. You're presently sitting in Boston, and the pre-flight page already has BOS entered. The management unit is smart enough to change the last destination to the present location. Chances are, though, you'll need to change the flight number. So select 8, 8, and 1. When the flight number is correct on the display, select the Enter key. Select the Destination Line Select key and enter the destination, in this case MIA. Notice that you do not enter the IKO abbreviations in Acars. When the identifier is entered, select the Enter key. If you're ready for the pre-departure clearance, select the Request PDC line select key. Notice that the send light will illuminate briefly. Enter the actual fuel load in the highlighted data field. Enter 615 and select the Enter key. You finish with the pre-flight page, so select the Menu line select key, which always takes you to menu page 1. If the UTC clock needs updating, use the Auto Update feature found on the Set Clock page. Select the Set Clock line select key from menu page 1 to access the Set Clock page. Selecting Auto Update updates the clock automatically from a ground transmitted signal. The out message is transmitted when if you fail to get the load closeout, you can request it. Select the takeoff data line select key and select the load closeout key. All right, now let's try some Acars exercises. Now let's look at the 767 Acars unit. The 767 control unit has a numeric keyboard and function keys. To the left of the numeric keyboard are the out, off, on, in keys. These keys are used to display the time that the selected events occurred. The time displayed is GMT. At the bottom of the Acars control unit are the status lights, which indicate the operational status of the system. At the top of the Acars control unit is the control unit display, which displays selected and miscellaneous stored data. On the lower right corner of the control unit is the brightness control knob that sets the brightness of background lighting and display intensity. Notice that the send key is located below the data mode key. In data mode, the send light illuminates anytime a crew-initiated or auto message is being transmitted to a ground station. The send light illuminates momentarily when switching between voice and data mode. Out, off, on, and in times are automatically transmitted to decks when operating in data mode. If the ground station does not acknowledge a transmitted data message within 2.5 minutes, the NOCOM advisory light illuminates and the send light extinguishes. The message will remain in memory and will be sent with the next transmission. When the system is first powered up, Acars initializes in the data mode, the primary operating mode. Initialize appears in the control unit display, and the data mode light is illuminated. If the data mode light is not illuminated, select the data mode key to activate the data mode. All functions except the link test are inoperative. Performing a link test clears the display and activates the Acars functions. The voice mode can be selected automatically by a command from a ground station. If in data mode and a ground call is received, the center cell call light illuminates. The flight deck high chime sounds, and the voice mode light flashes momentarily, then illuminates steady, indicating the unit has automatically switched to the voice mode. The appropriate VHF frequency will then be displayed in the Acars control unit. The VHF can be tuned to the displayed frequency. 2 minutes after voice mode is activated, for any reason, the data mode light will flash as a reminder to return to the data mode. Selecting the voice mode key will extinguish the data mode light if remaining in the voice mode is desired. Otherwise, selecting the data mode key will return to data mode. To display the current GMT, select the GMT key. The present GMT will be displayed in hours, minutes, and seconds on the control unit display. Pressing the GMT key a second time removes the GMT from the control unit display. GMT can be displayed while operating in either data mode or voice mode. When one of the event keys, out, off, on, or in, is pressed and held, the GMT and location that the event occurred is displayed on the control unit display. When the event key is released, the display blanks or returns to the previous display. Now let's discuss the function keys. The flight number function key displays the stored flight number or allows entry of a new flight number. The departure station function key displays the stored departure station or allows entry of a new departure station. The destination station function key displays the stored destination station or allows entry of a new destination station. The fuel function key allows selection and display of fuel information. The delay function key is used to select the type and time of a delay. To display the delay on the control unit display, select the delay function key and either the 1, 2, 3, or 4 key. The 1 key selects an estimated time off display. The 2 key selects an expected further clearance display. The 3 key selects the estimated on time display. and the 4 key selects an awaiting gate display. The link test function key is used to initiate a system self-test. The ground address function key is currently not used. The code function key allows entry of delay codes and length of delay in minutes. The miscellaneous function key allows entry of 2-digit codes to request specific functions. The station slew switches are used to enter or change departure or destination station characters in the station display. There's a separate switch for each character. Momentarily pushing the slew switch up or down changes the character above it by alphabetically sequencing it forward or backward, respectively, 1 character at a time. Holding a station slew switch causes a continuous change in characters until the switch is released. When the Enter key is selected, after departure or destination station identifier input, the station identifier is stored in memory. When the system is first powered up, in data mode, the send light illuminates anytime a crew-initiated or auto message is being transmitted to a ground station.